Hi, welcome back to my channel, and it's a bit of a different video today. We're going to be talking about work-life balance, and I'm going to be talking about the 5 a.m. club. So I've just started getting up around 5 a.m. Because I read the book The 5 a.m. Club, and so this video is going to be talking about the results and kind of how I found it. So before I get into that, please hit the subscribe button for everything to do with community interest companies, social enterprises, small businesses, work-life balance for having a small business, and also grant funding. So that aside, so the 5 a.m. Club. So first of all, what is it? So the 5 a.m. Club was a book written, and it's kind of been a bit of a trend online. So the reason why I was interested in it is because I'm just not getting enough out of the day. Of course, running a community interest company, being an artist, having obviously all the normal home stuff to do, I just feel like I can't get everything in the day. I'm just struggling with time. I'm feeling quite rushed. I'm feeling like I'm clock watching, and it's just not really a great place to be. So I read the book, and it basically said it's just about really becoming more productive. So not only is it about gaining hours, it's about what you do when you get up at 5 a.m. So in the book, it has the 20-20-20 model. So what that means is that first hour that you get out of bed, you're supposed to spend 20 minutes exercising, 20 minutes meditating, and 20 minutes learning something. So of course you could vary that. It doesn't have to be meditation. It could be praying, if you're spiritual. It could just be relaxing, or maybe reading a book, or doing something I think that's just sort of very calming. Also journaling is something that they talk about a lot. So journaling, again, like planning your day out, that's quite a nice way to sort of start that morning. And then learning something. I mean, I tend to just either watch the news or maybe just learn something that I'm doing that's on my phone. So although I do think it's nice to keep off your phone in that first hour, because you are supposed to be obviously relaxing. And the whole idea of it is the exercise is to sort of get you up, get you moving. But also it's about your mind and spirit and kind of preparing yourself in the best possible way for the day. So when I started doing this, I decided that because I'm not normally a morning person, and I just felt like to get up and suddenly do a workout was going to be a bit too much for me. I just felt like it would be a bit too much of a shock to my body. So I have done it a bit differently. So I get up and I have that sort of relaxing kind of meditative kind of 20 minutes first. So, and then for the 20 minutes learning, I tend to just watch the news. So once I've done that, I usually just quickly eat a little bit of fruit. I don't want to have anything too heavy, because then I go off to my local hotel and do a swim and a gym. So I started off doing the gym, and it's fine to do that a couple of times a week. I'm not really a person that doesn't work out every day. A couple of times a week I think is fine. But I have been absolutely loving doing a swim first thing in the morning. It's not just relaxing, it's obviously gets your body up, and being in water makes you really awake. So I find that once I've done that swim, I feel great. So I feel like getting up, having a little bit of a relaxing sort of 40 minutes, and then going down to the swimming pool, having a swim for like half an hour, and obviously there's got a jacuzzi and a sauna and stuff there, so I use that. Overall then, that first sort of like hour and a half of my day has just been really nice, really relaxing, a great way to start the day. So then I'm sitting down at my desk by about 7:30, 8, because I also quickly walk my dog. So by the time I've sat down at my desk, I am totally awake, because I've already done quite a bit. I'm feeling pretty good, like I'm feeling like I'm in a good mood, because obviously I've got a lot of endorphins, I've had some fresh air, I'm in the dog out, and I've also had a swim and stuff. So I feel great. And then so I'm actually starting work on like a really good vibe. And then in terms of what I'm getting out of the morning, I mean, I'm gaining an extra 4 hours of the day for a start than what I was. And then I'm spending an extra 3 hours in the morning doing work, which I didn't have before. Plus, because I'm getting the gym and the swim and stuff out the way early, it means that I don't have that to do later on in the day. So that's actually been like a time saver as well. And obviously you're more likely to do it if you've done it first thing in the morning. Whereas by the afternoon you might, not have time or not feel like it or whatever. So in terms of productivity and like hours gained in my workday, it's massive, absolutely massive difference. And for me, running a small business, because it's so hard running a small business, and it's so hard to get that time that you need, and especially to do like all my social media and and all those other sort of bits and pieces, and then just general life admin. Plus my partner has a little child, so I often have her for the last couple of hours twice a week when I pick her up from school. So that kind of eats into those working days. So, but I don't mind now that I do this because I've already done over 8 hours work anyway by the time I go and pick her up from school. So that's better. In terms of having children, of course, the night that I have her and in the morning I do the school run, obviously I can't be swanning off to the local hotel. So on those days, I tend to just go downstairs and do something quietly down there while she's still asleep. So I still think, even if you're a parent and you think, okay, I'm not going to have time, it's actually quite nice to have that bit of time to yourself in the morning before the children wake up. So it still makes you really productive, and you get a bit more out. And again, it's so much better than me waking up at the last minute and getting us ready in a rush and rushing her off to school, and then I'm sat down at my desk late. It's this is a much calmer way to start the day. So I think overall, in terms of the 5 a.m. club, I think it is brilliant. I know a lot of people say, it's all a bit of a pretentious fad and people just want to, do it so they can say they've done it on social media. That's pretty negative though, isn't it, really? Because if you think about how many gains I've just talked about and how positive that is, and I thought I couldn't get up at that kind of time of the day. But honestly, you spend about the first 2 days being tired, and after that, it's just normal. I got up today, so I'm only in my second week now. I got up today just like it was normal. Once you get used to it, it isn't difficult at all. It really isn't. And I'm not even going to bed that much earlier. It's a bit earlier, of course. I'm probably, starting to feel tired and wanting to go up to bed about 10. But last night, I think it was about 11:30 that I went to sleep, and I feel fine. So I don't think, it's not like you need to be going to bed at 7 just because you're getting up at 5. When you get older, you need less sleep. So I don't find that it's an issue. So I think there's loads of excuses of why not to do it. But I think, as I've demonstrated there's so many gains that if you are somebody that does want a bit more time, whether it's, you time and relaxing time in the morning, or it's, more time to do work, or more time to go to the gym or do an exercise routine in your front room or something like that, then I think getting up early is the best way, because it's too difficult to fit all those extra things in at the end of the day when you're tired. So much better to get it all done in the morning. So I hope that's useful, and I hope it inspires some of you to do the same.